So here's the Rhino RTV. Many folks ask, how do you get in this thing? It's actually not that bad. So I'm going to talk about how you start it and then how you get into it. So first step is down here. We have a master battery disconnect switch. We're going to turn that on. And then inside the driver's space here, we have an ignition key down here. So we're going to flip that on. You'll hear the fuel pump engage. Once the fuel pump stops, we have a starter button right here. And you can see that the ignition's on, the battery's on, so our gauges are lit up along with our indicator lights down there at the bottom, the orange and green. We're going to hit our starter button. There she goes. So, how's the best way to get into it? I found the best way to get in is I step on this trailing arm right here, very solid. Step there, step up on the tire, and then step in. There is no door. There is a step down here. If you're small enough to step there and kind of get through this opening here, I'm not. So I step down there, step up on the tire, and then step in. And then sit down in the seat. The seat's has a pretty good recline to it. It does have lumbar support, and you have your 5-point racing harness. And then the steering wheel does have a quick disconnect. So the steering wheel comes off, makes it a little easier to get on and off. And then once you're in, you reattach the steering wheel, make sure it's locked into place. I'm 6'1", about 220, and I fit comfortably in here. The seat does adjust. This is not the stock seat. The original seat was pretty torn up just from sitting outside. And so I put in this seat. It also comes with lumbar support down here. So great, very comfortable seat for trail riding or when you're out in the dunes. And then so when you're driving the unit, it has the pistol shifter over there. So it has park, reverse, neutral, 1, 2, 3. You can just leave it in third and the automatic transmission will shift through the gears for you. Left side is brake. That left brake controls all 4 wheels. And then right side has your throttle. On the dash here, you have your RPM center, oil pressure to the right, water temperature to the left. Down below you have your hour gauge, along with your fuel, your voltage indicator, and then you have 2 12-volt socket ports for your cigarette lighter or for any other 12-volt accessories. And then you have your, that green light is just indicating that the unit's on. The orange light is actually an error message light, so it does have an onboard computer, and it explains this in the manual, but if there was an error message, that light will indicate by giving a series of flashes. Down here we have our ignition, you already saw that, our starter, you have a horn, along with an emergency shut-off switch, and then up here we have a magnet for your iPhone or smart device. And then over here we have our light controls. So those rocker switches control front headlights, ditch lights, rear lights, and it has an LED whip on it. And you have big mirrors left and right, gives plenty of visibility. So you really, when you're driving this thing, you have a lot of visibility. You can see all around you very easily. And then when you're done and you want to exit the vehicle, you're really going to take back off the steering wheel and then just kind of use these posts here from the cage to grab and lift yourself up, and then step back out really kind of the same way you came in.